Good evening, ladies. We've got War 8, Season 21 versus the Scrolls. And last war, I only had about 3 fights. This one here, I think I've got 8. And there are some some super close calls and some very, I feel like, interesting matchups. In this war. I've not done Path 5. I'm going to do Path 5 with Mephisto and Hitmonkey, and then I'm going to go into 6B, and we'll talk about that a little bit later with an apoc and Tigra. But this first note here, I thought with Void, okay, I'm Incinerate immune. All I got to do is, heavies, and then, of course, spam some specials, and by the time Fear of the Void and my Petrifies are up, the fight's under control. And then right there, when my Fury fell off, I realized that he purifies all debuffs as soon as basically my Fury wears off from knocking him down. So I'm going to adjust my game plan. I was like, okay, so basically here, I actually don't want to knock him down until he's just loaded up with debuffs for the most part. So I know I'll be taking or doing reduced damage, but it's Void. He's Incinerate immune, super safe. I'm just going to hold specials, slow play, kind of let this fight wear on a little bit. And you can see here, he's actually healing from my 1 debuff up on him now. Okay, so now I got 2, so I'm actually doing damage. Not a whole lot. But as this wears on, and you're going to see, it will go pretty smooth for Void here. Really good matchup for Mephistopheles. Slow play, slow play, slow play. I don't really want to get off the SP3. So I got a bunch of debuffs. Boom, lay on the Power Sting, get the Fury, and basically go to town. I got the 1 Petrify on, so it's going to stop pretty much all of his regeneration at this point with all the debuffs I got up. Throw another one, get the Fury up, get another debuff rolling. This dude, he's special 1 happy anyway. So no real concern with this fight. And we're just about done here. Perfect. So, good start to the war. I was like, okay, sweet. Like, not too bad. Now, I've done some Hitmonkey fights on Rage before, and with Doom, it was simple parry heavy. So, I kind of went in to this fight with a similar mentality. Was just, I'm just going to parry heavy, parry heavy. Now, if he has the, I think it's the orange icon, he'll shrug your next debuff. If he has the purple one, he will evade. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go down. So basically, parry heavy. So he could evade me right now, but he can't shrug. You see the orange one just keeps disappearing, the Primal Rage. But I'm not too concerned. All I want to do is bait his SP1s, watch that little timer because he will purify. And all I'm looking to do is just go this rotation. He's actually a lot easier here than he is on Rage, because with Rage, it's a purely parry heavy fight, and man, it's just long, I mean, you got to get in like 50 parries basically because of the and heavies because of the 2% damage cap. So here, as long as I get to that special 3, I'm in great shape. So he does have unblockable, or unstoppable I should say, heavy attack. So just kind of getting out the way, letting it reset a little bit, doing my thing, throwing this off once I got the Fury up, and it's going to do big time damage. I mean, this dude doesn't have much health anyway. So it goes perfectly. From 50 down to 27, so yeah, about a quarter of his health. I didn't know. Okay, so right here, he's got the orange one, so I know he's going to shrug my next debuff. Boom, parry, get out of the way. Perfect. I thought to myself, okay, like, I'm doing pretty good. He's got the orange one again. I know his unblockable special one, no problem. Knew he was going to purify it. And yeah, it's going really good. So I'm getting Hitmonkey down to a science here, in 100% health. Probably took, a little bit of chip damage, but didn't even lose 1%. So I could not be more happy with that fight. I probably could have done this Arcus fight, but Clown, we had assigned him with his Doom, so we let him knock that out. And I'm going into this Sim fight. I'd originally thought Torch, but then I was like, man, it's got Power Snack. It's got when he drops below 50% health, he's going to gain a rush of power. And of course, if he's heal blocked, then he'll gain health. Or I should say, it works one way or the other. But anyway, regardless, like if he's power locked, he'll gain health. So we talked about it. It's like, man, Void's the play. So I'm like, okay, Super straightforward void fight, right? Just spam SP1s, you get him power locked, don't dex. So I'm doing 4 hits, backing out. All I want him to do is keep coming at me and let me keep getting my debuffs rolling. I want to get my petrifies up. No luck so far. So I got 4 debuffs and not a 1 petrify, so I know they're coming. I'm like, come on, come on. And I'm like, sweet, block. Oh, I missed a block. F me. Okay, at least I'm armor broke, so I'm healing a little bit. But I'm just like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm so lucky right there that he did not crit. Because Sim is known to throw some pretty big crits down. So on that, big SP2 like that, I swear I hit block and all of a sudden his power just disappeared and I'm eating the special 2. So I'm gonna chalk that up to me being, I suppose, late on putting it on. I talked to myself, ahead of time, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use an invul for this fight because I'm taking Dragon Man on the node next. I want to use an invul for that fight. So I forgot to put the invul on, and then you're gonna see here in a second, I'm like, okay, like somebody moved up for me, and I go to check my boost situation, and my boost had completely fallen off, and I was just like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm gonna heal up Void because I'm gonna use him for the boss later. So I'm gonna throw on, I'm gonna heal him back up to full. So that was on me. That should have been, I should have just used the invul or just blocked it like I meant to. But hey, didn't die, so I was still happy. So I'm gonna throw on a 20%er, the 6-hour boost, one of the medium attack boosts, and then I guess the 15% are kind of, they have 20s and 25s. So yeah, I guess a light health boost. So this fight here, after going through that one and how close it was, I was like, you know what? I'm using Torch, flame on. I want this fight to get over with as fast as possible. Now this guy has Mix Master, so if I attempt the same attack twice, he will evade. But he also has the special 1 bias or whatever it is, where he kind of stops gaining, I think, power after a special one bar power or something like that. So anytime you're limiting Dragon Man's power on defense, it really isn't, I don't know, it's not really ideal. So you can see here, I can just hit him, and like he barely goes above a bar. So I don't like those types of nodes for him. He's a great defender, just here, you're limiting what he can do. Now, I guess I let off my block, but hey, it puts some incinerates on him. No sweat, and with the way you play Torch anyway, you're not doing the same basic attack, so he's not likely to evade. Now here at the end, I was just going to kind of finish it, but he did evade, but he's dead. So easy fight for Torch. Probably should have saved the flame on, and that's what I'm going to get into next. So section 2, I was originally going to go 5B, right up the middle, mags and stealth. Well, we kind of had an assignment mishap. That's on me. So I ended up going 6. And I'm like, okay, should I use Torch? Should I use Torch? And it was like, well, I don't have flame on, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, wait a minute, let's just use Doom, right? So we're running some numbers. I only have on a health boost because, oh no, I'm sorry. I still have on the 20%er. And I'm thinking, okay, parry heavy this guy, right? Just nullify the Furies. And I don't trigger the Fury. And I don't trigger the Fury. And I don't trigger the Fury. So I'm like, what is going on here? And then, so my plan right out of the gate before I even entered this fight was parry heavy, special 1 spam. Just keep his power under control. Did a full 5-hit combo. And I guess I'm not critting like at all. Maybe he's got some crit resist or something. I have no idea what's going on, honestly. But I'm not critting. I'm not triggering his rage. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep holding it. I'm going to build to an SP3. Eventually, sorry, I should say. But I'm just going to, I'm going to keep holding on to this and take a little bit of hit. He puts weakness on me, actually heals me up a little bit, no sweat. I want to go for a reparry, perfect. Build his power, nice and high. Haven't triggered 1 Fury off his rage. Now I know that my SP3 is going to trigger rage. But I also know that I'm going to nullify it with my special 1. And then I'm going to throw a special 2 into his face, just to see what happens, right? So I nullified the Fury off my special 3, gain a bunch of power. He's got 0, so I know I can't give him 5. I mean, I guess I could technically give him 5 right there. 5 Furies, and he goes unblockable, but I was pretty confident that wasn't going to happen. Nullify them all, back to special 1. Oh man, this fight, I was so concerned about it, and I ended up finishing with 95% health. So, yeah. Great Doom fight. I'm still a little unsure about why I was never triggering. I mean, I guess, just not getting the heavies in. Dude's got a lot of HP. So anyway, it went perfect. I was super pumped. And then going into Tigra here, I hate her specials. I hate it. So I thought Torch originally, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go with Doom. You even see me select Torch there. And I was like, let me go with Doom. So she's got a aggression prowess and special 2 bias, once above, I think, 2 bars of power. So I know that like getting into any kind of Doom rotation is going to be difficult. So the only thing I want to do here is just kind of slow play, essentially. So I'm staggering her a little bit, just kind of getting a feel for it. And I want to do parry heavy, or there you go, re-parries. And I want to steal her power. And I'm going to block. 1, 2. And I was going to go for the re-parry there, of course, but she threw a heavy, which is no problem. I'm going to launch this massive L2 because she's not getting any power from it, and she's barely going over anything over 2 bars anyway. I'm going to steal some more power. I'm going to go back to blocking. I mean, if she throws it into my block, or, while I'm blocking, I'm willing to accept that. But I'm just rinsing her. And I'm like, okay, let me back up a little bit here. Let her come at me. Man, game over. So Doom just took care of that fight. She didn't even throw a special. It went perfect. I was pretty pumped with that. So I got 2 fights left here. They've all gone pretty quick, actually, this part. So Torch, we ran a bunch of numbers. I am not boosted. I don't know if I think I show my boost here. I still want a health boost because I am going to want a little extra health. And I'm going to want the health boost going into the boss anyway. So throw on the health boost. No other boost. This is a rage node. Return policy, but I'm not nullifying anything. He doesn't really have any buffs anyway. So the whole plan with Torch, I would have used Flame On here if I had it. But I thought to myself, and I fought a lot of Darkhawks, I'll get a ton of smolders and heat charges from his special 1. So it's just medium, light, medium. Build up the, just block it. Nothing fancy. And Torch will just melt him. I don't think I don't have to throw a special here. It's no sweat whatsoever. So I've got 8 passive smolders, 20 heat charges. I mean, he's getting ready to just start melting. You can see there my crits, even off my mediums, are under 3k, and that was well below the threshold to trigger rage. So we're in good shape. Great shape here. He's special 1 happy, up to 12 heat charges. Oh yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. So not great placement. I mean, you can also quake this node and just parry him, which people after that one event, forget what it was, if it was a variant or something or one of the story quests, but once they quake Darkhawk so much, you kind of get a really good feel for it. So yeah, quake parry style, or just a straight up medium, light, medium Torch fight, no boost even. There's no real danger to this fight. I think Thing could probably do it too, but Torch just made it easy work. So on to the boss fight. It is a little crazy. All right, so I've got the Mr. Fantastic debuffs. Thank you, Walken, for putting those on for me. Throwing on medium boost, pretty much the same thing I had last war. I didn't go with the power start 1 or anything. We were ahead by a little bit, but once again, I'm feeling confident in this fight. I've been doing it all season, and I kind of know exactly what I want to do. I have an idea of how the fight's gonna go. Like I said, I've done it. You've seen me do it all season long. So 13, throw the SP1, get him to 15, get him pushed back a little bit. Idea is always, of course, to keep him on his side of the map. If I can get him up against his wall, I'm in great shape. Didn't necessarily want him to throw that there, but it was okay, because then I knew I could get up to 10, and he wouldn't be over a bar. And then I just 1, 2, 3, boom. We're in the void rotation. I know what I'm up against here. It's a 3-minute fight. with Void, my 565 anyway, a 6'3" might be a little quicker. Get off a nice little intercept, go to block because I don't want to push him to 10. Sometimes right there, like I slowed down my combo just to make sure I'm counting correctly. Bait the special 2. Hit into his block just once, nothing special. I could have hit there probably, 3 times, then did a 5-hit combo into a special, and it would have been a little bit better for rock stacks, but I'm still learning on that kind of stuff. I just wanted him to, like I said, just kind of come out right there. So plenty of those charges to avoid taking any additional damage. And so right here, I don't mind throwing it that far away because I'm just going to block, reparry, push him. There we go. Perfect. Uh-oh. I mistimed my dash back. God mode activated. I thought at this point I am so screwed. He has 55% health, 230k HP, and I've got 2500. How do I do this? Like, can I even block? Like, I don't feel like even comfortable taking a blocked hit or a parry. So, you know, I've had about 2 seconds there to freak out and completely rechange my game plan as to what I'm going to do. So thankfully I've got 7 of those charges from when I did parry early in the fight, and none of these are actually triggering decks, so I'm doing okay. I'm still panicking a little bit because he's still got 30% health, and I mean, of 400 and some odd K, yeah, he's still well over 100,000 at this point. And I'm kind of trying to stall a little. I don't want him to throw a special. Thankfully he doesn't. Get him to 15. I'm like, okay, I can breathe right here. Like, this is when I'm thinking to myself and I'm breathing like, okay, he threw a special. I've got a little room to work with. I'm going to have to keep hitting into his block. There we go. 1, 2. Perfect. Got him back up 15. I'm just like, don't get clipped, of course. That would be the worst thing that could happen. My debuffs are still putting in work. I still got 4 charges left for dexing. Okay, he's at 11%. Now here, I'm going to hit into him and block, and then get out of the way quick. And block and get out of the way quick. So I wanted him to do something. I was really looking for him to throw a heavy. But boom, 13. Throw my special 1. He's at 2%. I'm like, can I do this? Can I do it? Oh, I did it! Son of a yeah! Ugh. Still gets me pumped seeing that. Oh, man, that was so good. Like, I felt I felt really good about that one. Anytime that everything goes to hell and you're able to adapt, overcome, use your knowledge and skill set and experience to get a victory is always a good feeling. That's probably one of the best feelings there is in MCOC. But we ended up taking the win. It was a super tight war. Hats off to the Skrulls. They played amazing. It was very, very tight all the way down to the end. So hope you guys enjoyed my butthole clinching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.